Runestone Electric became involved with this Monarch electric tractor project with a simple conversation with Eric Buchanan here at the Research Center. They had an intention of purchasing a Monarch tractor to use with their solar shading project that they had ongoing and grant money available. And we had the opportunity to be able to come alongside them and add the research with additional implements and really kind of looking at how an electric tractor can perform in our climate in all seasons.
So it's an interesting story, why an electric tractor? And it actually started from an agrivoltaic project we did where we put some solar panels in a cow pasture high enough so the cows could graze under them. But the cows graze, they move every couple days, and the shade doesn't. So we know there's a benefit to the cows from the shade, and so we thought, could we make the shade move? And we actually designed and built a trailer with 18 kilowatts of solar panels on it to provide shade that we could move around the pasture. Now, since that is moving, we can't tie it to the electric grid, so we're gonna have to store that energy on batteries on board the trailer, and then what are we gonna do with it? And so one of the thoughts we had, we had heard about this electric tractor from a company called Monarch, which is a startup in California. We thought if we could move this thing around with an electric tractor, it'd be kind of a perfect little circle. We would move it, set it up, and when the tractor needed to be recharged, we'd put a charger on that trailer and charge the tractor with it.
So what EPRI hopes to learn and on behalf of our membership is to understand the power usage and how that compares to a traditional tractor and how that power may impact the grid. We hope to understand the time of day and the usage patterns of the tractor in typical applications, and then be able to take that information and feed it to our electric utility partners so that they will be able to assess whether or not they're going to have to operate their grid in a different way, and maybe beneficially understand how and when we should be charging the tractor so that it has the least impact on the grid.
Yeah, a big part of our mission at the Research and Outreach Center is the outreach part. We will also publish bulletins sometimes. Extension, the University of Minnesota Extension Service will publish bulletins that will have some of this information, especially on energy savings and things like this, stuff we've done in the past. So we do the same with the tractor. Anyone can come out anytime, really, and email me or call and say, hey, I want to come out and see the Monarch tractor, and we're happy to show the Monarch tractor as well as other projects that we're working on.
We're collecting energy data via telematics units that EPRI has set up via cellular devices, and it's transmitting data wirelessly to us. Once we get the telematics data, we're recording kilowatt usage. We're really looking to understand the usage of an electric tractor versus a diesel tractor. When you hook up certain implements, is it more beneficial to use an electric tractor versus a diesel tractor? Understanding how those applications in the field and the energy usage between them, which is going to be more beneficial.
The Monarch tractor is quite quiet compared to a diesel tractor. When you're backing it up, you got someone in the back you're hitching an implement up with. You can actually hear that person communicate with you. It's fairly nimble. Working with the charger and the battery is not as complicated as one would assume. It just drives like a normal tractor.
But in general, we found that it works great. Any kind of mowing, pulling a flail mower, like mowing pastures and some more difficult terrain. It does great with a land plane, so smoothing out lanes that cows walk on or farm roads. We have tried it. It's a great auger tractor. So if you have a tractor where you're just going to park and hook an auger up to it, say during harvesting, and it's just going to be running an auger all day, this is great for the Monarch because it's got the same 540 RPM PTO that a regular tractor has, and it puts out almost 70 horsepower at the PTO. And so anything that requires power up to about 70 horsepower, it can operate. And when it's not running, it's completely quiet, not using any fuel. These are all advantages over a diesel tractor.
I honestly believe that this project is only possible with the ongoing commitment of the Research Center here to investigate and to search out opportunities for electrification and renewable energy and the application to agriculture in West Central Minnesota.
So working with Runestone Electric, on the Monarch project specifically, they've been very helpful in providing anything we would ask for, basically. I think they also have a keen interest in electric vehicles use. We've been partnering with the Electric Power Research Institute as well as the generation and transmission provider, Great River Energy. So all of this kind of comes together when we think about, again, our one tractor it's a drop in the bucket. This is not a problem in any way to have one tractor on site, to charge it, to use it. But the kind of research we're doing is trying to figure out, open the way for this to be more widely adopted by farmers in general. And that's the time when utilities, research institutions, universities, we're all going to need to kind of figure this out together. So as we think about electrifying more things on a farm, more tractors, trucks, small vehicles, even robots, that's where it's really critical that we're working with our local electric co-op. But I think in general, more electric vehicles, in the beginning, one here or there, it's not going to make any difference. Farmers are already using a lot of electricity and generally have a pretty high demand for electricity. But if you imagine this really taking hold, I think that's something that's going to have to be a partnership. It's going to have to be worked out with the utilities.